Assalamu alaikum and have a very good morning to you all. This is Mr. Shafat Rashid from Al Hikmah Private School. I hope you're all fine with the grace of Almighty Allah. Well, in today's video, I will try to discuss the use of head. Since you can see on the screen it's been displayed, we use head in two different ways. Head plus past participle, we call it also past perfect. And the second usage is head plus noun, that shows a possession. Well, what is a past participle? So the past participle is a form of a verb which is used in forming perfect and passive tenses. We also call it the third form of a verb. What we call it? The third form of a verb. You can see here in red V1, V2 and V3. We can also call it base verb. V means verb. Verb 1 means base verb. V2 is the past verb and V3 is the past participle. So it's been clear what is a past participle? A form of a verb which is used in forming perfect and passive tenses. Here you can see, look at the examples, such as the first example is write. V1 is a base verb, write. Past verb is wrote. And what is the past participle? Written. Excellent. Well, if we talk about the play, the base verb is play. What is a V2? V2 also called what? Past verb is played. And what about past participle? Played. Well, here is the example. I had played football before it started raining. Well, if you focus on this sentence, if you scrutinize it, you will see in this sentence there are two actions which are happening at the same time. In the same sentence. First action is what? Had played. Well, the second action is what? Started raining. So I will talk about these two verbs in the coming section of the video. Well, now here we'll talk about the possession. What is a possession? Possession is the state of having or owning something which you have in your custody, which you have maybe in your pocket, whatever you own. Like if you have some money, that is your possession. If you have a car, the car is your possession. Well, she had a big house. Now here you can see had plus noun. So the big house is a possession. Well, the second example is they had a wristwatch. So what's the possession here? What do you think? They had a wristwatch. You need to find the possession in this sentence. Well, if your answer is wristwatch, yeah, absolutely you are right. Wristwatch shows the possession. Well, it is very important note. Since I've told you already that about two actions in a sentence I will talk about later. Now I'm going to explain. The past perfect tense is used to show that something happened before another action in the past. So it means there are two actions in the past. And the past perfect tense is used to show that something happened before another action in the past. It can also be used to show that something happened before a specific time in the past. Here, You can formulate it like the subject had plus past participle. Well, this is one of the example of two actions in the past. I had not seen the snow until I went to Fairlawns. Why we have used had with the seen, and why we are using I went only? Why we are not saying until I had gone? Well, if we go back here on our previous slide, you will see the past perfect tense shows something happened before another action in the past. So in this sentence you can see that he hadn't seen the snow before he went to Fairlawns. So that's why we are using had not seen. Here are some more examples. Before I went to school. Well, there are some instructions you need to follow. You have to write 4 sentences about the things you had never done before you went to school. 2 I have done already for you, so more you have to do in your notebook. First example is before I went to school. Now we are talking about a specific time in the past. Before I went to school, I had never played basketball. Did he play basketball before going to school? No. He is saying before going to school, before I went to school, I had never played basketball. Before I went to school, I had never seen a library. So now this is your turn. You need to create your 4 sentences on your own. Yes, past simple and past perfect. Sometimes students just commit this very silly mistake. They mix up the past simple and past perfect. So be careful and look at these examples very closely. The first sentence is when I turned on the TV, the program started. You need to decide here which sentence is correct. The second is when I turned on the TV, the program had started. There are 2 actions in the past, one before another. So be clever and choose a correct answer. Here in the bottom you can see we use past perfect for, do you remember, for what? Yes, for a past action which happened before another action or event. Well, now this is your turn. You have to choose the correct answer and write it in your notebook. Yes, the example has been done for you. I offered or had offered to cook, but he wasn't hungry because he ate or had eaten a big lunch. I offered to cook, but he wasn't hungry because he had eaten a big lunch. Well, what do you think the answer of the next sentence? Yes, see, when I arrived at the party, my friend wasn't there. He had gone home. Look at the next sentence, please, and write your own answer. Yes. Jenny went to the Canada last week. Before that, she hadn't been abroad. Look at the next. Well, when I returned home, the house was very quiet. Everyone had gone to bed. So look at the last one, please, and answer it. Well, Pamela knew Rome well because she had been there before. Well done. Thanks for watching. And you need to practice in your notebooks, and you can also watch the related videos on the YouTube. Hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. All the best. Allah Hafiz.